Hello, everyone, and welcome to our wonderful under the counter rendition of Magdrop 3. We have quite the stacked bracket. I believe 19 people checked in, so we've got a pretty good turnout for this one. Joining me on the microphone tonight will be Puzzle Wednesday's legendary Juicy.
I don't know if I can respond to flattery like that, but hey, how we doing?
I'm doing pretty well, and I'm excited for this bracket for sure. Our wonderful TO is Chef Nana, and they will be calling matches soon.
So I'm eyeballing it here. We have a pretty busy bracket here. A lot of names I don't otherwise. I don't want to say don't recognize, but I recognize more from fighting games than from puzzle.
Yeah, it's feeding this bracket was really hard because I don't know most of the people who entered from a magical drop perspective. We've got a couple of regulars, Sheridan, me, but other than that, Ardrox couldn't make it at the last minute, which is a little sad, but it is what it is.
I'll just relate anecdotally. I'm running Huyo Ted at CEO on Friday, and seeding for that has likewise been
hell. In-person tournaments are so hard to seed.
Just like I'm looking for any evidence that you know a hint of puzzle ball here, but oh well. Anyway, before we get too far into it, let me go ahead and throw a couple of relevant links into here. We're raising money for Trans Lifeline here. And let me... Blue Sky, please load faster. We're only like 3 days in, and we're high 2,000s, which is great for meeting that $3,000 goal. So, in a minute, I'm going to throw these links in chat, but, you know, we're going to have fun here, but please give of yourself. It's a good cause.
Indeed, it is definitely a great cause. I'm trying a new layout for all of my stream windows today, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet. I don't know if I like it yet.
I pulled up to my house a minute ago. We're gonna make this one work.
Yep. Little rough off the rip, but we're gonna get rumbling.
Just look at the Frosty's bracket easy. None of the people are there.
Yeah, I mean, Digi and Sheridan are pretty much the only two people who are like Puzzle Wednesday regulars that checked in, since Note and Ardrox couldn't make it.
We're at $2,679.69, which is yes, you know.
Somebody's having a little bit of fun.
I mean, why shouldn't we? All right. Let's see what we're gonna kick off with here.
I think I might just hop in this first match that just got started.
Sure thing.
I'm not familiar. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we are doing things a little bit different, so this is not going through. I don't have invite permission. Damn. The Under the Counter Discord, which again, I think I can get a link through Blue Sky. I'm digging. Don't mind me, I'll be back in a second.
Alright. Oh, I gotta kick the names. Okay. I am not familiar with Lex Tehokan, but I am familiar with CH Mad Dog. Not from Magical Drop, but from the fighting game and the Neo Turf Masters scene. So it feels great to see some fresh faces here. our magical drop brackets in years past have been very, very like they're kind of predictable because we have a couple of South American players, Wampa and Rudolph, who kind of win everything. We've had a couple of challengers to the throne show up over the years, but it's very nice to see so many new faces.
Rudolph narrowly missed this one, so I think everyone should be at least a little bit thankful for their chances now.
Oh yeah, with none of the true regular demon lords floating about. The title is definitely up for grabs.
Yeah, no gods here. You just get a couple of murderers. It is
first to three.
HDK,
It is first to three.
Board.
HDK I actually know mostly from Twinkle Star Sprites. He is really good at that game.
Alright. So finally, we're at neutral start here. Lex definitely knows ball. I feel like that's going to be some of the first few waves here, but like we're doing stuff. We know how to fundamentally chain and react in this game.
Yeah, Lex's D rank is a little bit deceiving here because he's definitely more familiar with the game than that would lead on.
Oh, absolutely. Like, solid play. We're not really getting above 3 chains, but like, to be
You don't
fair,
typically need bigger than a 3-chain. If you're going for pressure, you only really want to go for a 2-chain anyway.
I mean, Magician as a neutral starter is one of those characters that can kind of be played with multiple approaches in mind.
Yeah, you can definitely take a much more aggressive bend to his pattern if you're really good at controlling your damage output. If you send too much damage, you start to see the big lines in the back like the one that Lex just got. But if you're really consistent about keeping your chains really short, his pattern is actually a pretty nasty shape.
Well, I mean, he got kind of hung up on managing the resources of, like, the Center Spire, and that's given Mad Dog decent enough quota lead. We're starting to lose it a little bit, but...
Oh yeah, Lex going crazy.
Oh.
And the big damage is gonna roll in.
The momentum was there, and then Mad Dog just stopped, which, don't get me wrong, I'm mid at this game. I can do things until I absolutely stop. It's not an unheard of thing, but it feels terrible every time.
Yeah, when you get real close to the end and you kind of just run out of the steam to figure out where to go next, it's pretty brutal.
Envion asks, I'm only self-taught in this. How do you decide whether you're better off with a big combo or a small combo? I always want as fast as I can.
So, big combos versus small combos is generally like a survival versus quota race kind of thing. In general, you want to keep your combos pretty short. However, there are benefits to making long chains if you're on really difficult patterns and you just need the extra time to survive. But the fact that damage is front-loaded, you get bonus lines on the first combo you make, and then only like you basically get 2 to 4 lines for the first chain you make, like, or the first 2 chain, and then you only get 1 line for every subsequent chain. So it's hit or miss whether or not actually going for a big chain is really that beneficial.
Like, if you want burst damage, the name of the game is Rush 2.
Yes. But if you want to control how much damage you're sending your opponent and maybe not die because a ton of damage is coming in, then maybe you have to go for a long chain to offset some of it, just to keep your board low.
In spite of going back to Magician 3 times in a row now, this game is actually very matchup dependent. Certain characters encourage a certain play style, and the better you get at it, the more you should start counterpicking to which ones tend to go up your strength. Do you have big chain brain? A lot of the high damage characters are pretty rewarding for that. There's a lot of characters that you won't die that end up being more speedrun races if you feel like you have better execution, so on and so forth.
Yeah, on some of the really low tier characters, it's actually beneficial to not go for chains at all, because you want to deny your opponent material. If they're wasting time pulling up lines, they're not making matches.
Also, yeah, Magician's not great about the strobe lights, but to be fair,
it's the 90s. It was a different time back then.
I just didn't expect someone to run it back to the neutral start so immediately.
Well, if he's the only character you're really comfortable with, sometimes better to stick with the devil you know.
Yeah, I feel like, when we get a little bit into it, a lot of like layer 1 ball knowers will go for Daughter Strength, who's probably the strongest of the vanilla cast. And that's absolutely like a 2-chain and pray sort of character.
Yeah, if you run into somebody who is unfamiliar with the game and you pick Daughter Strength, they're going to basically go under immediately. Alright, so Lect starting off as a strong contender tonight. Looking forward to seeing how far he can make it. Lucky for me, he's on the other side of the bracket.
Alright. We should be due for another stream match. Do we have anything set aside for broadcast? Or
I think we're kind of just winging it as we go.
We can absolutely
a little bit.
We got Digi and Rasamune.
Ooh, that will be a good one.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Digi pop off here.
Digi's repping from like the enters every week, regardless of what it is. But I don't remember the uppy downy genre being to his strength set in particular. As for Rasamune, I feel like there's going to be a lot of new players that will surprise me tonight.
Yeah, going through profiles, trying to seed this and looking for replays, there wasn't a lot to go off on a lot of these players today. But that's not to say they aren't strong, because we've definitely seen before. We've definitely seen before that people can be crazy good and not have a ton of presence on Fightcade, just because it's sort of a niche platform. We've had Puzzle Bobble players show up and sweep bracket from the complete unknown. Butts BB famously came out of nowhere and became an undefeated legend in Money Idol Exchanger. So
I think what I like about these though is like there's a good chance we're going to see some people learn in real time and snap to good decision making, and that's always made for like some of my favorite tournament commentary that we've done.
Oh yeah, watching people who are just on the cusp adapt in real time is always pretty cool to watch.
Rasamune actually handling the
a little bit of a misdrop there, unfortunately. You jinxed it.
Before
Commentator's
I opened my
curse.
mouth, they actually had a pretty good audio? Question mark? Do we not have audio for the game cap? I'll still talk through it, but that might be something to
hold on.
through.
I'll have to I'll fix that real quick. I gotta turn some things around. Okay, there we go. This should be game audio now.
Yeah. Rasamune was doing some of the work for downstacking Centerboard Magician, which is deceptively hard, but Digi ended up putting them in a box a little bit faster this time around.
Yeah, the down stack for Magician is deceptively difficult, and it's really slow. Even if you get into the rhythm and you're really cranking out the down stack, you lose a lot of time on your
Okay. Okay, are we doing an actual counter pick? No. Please. Something other than Magician. I trust. Something other than Magician, please!
There's more than one character. Please!
I have to remind myself when we go to outside settings like this, there's not really any other, like, way that
Like,
does...
there isn't like a
balancing.
cultural conscience for how Magdrop works, yeah.
Just how some games we've chosen to otherwise community balance it by doing mirror matches as sort of broader metagame. No, Magician's great, don't get me wrong. But like, if you struggle through that one, by all means, feel free to try the rest of the cast. I didn't know about the MD3 mirror match rules until a few years ago when I got invited to a French tourney stream. I think France ultimately got to that first, and they did like almost exclusively Emperor mirrors for a while. The Money Puzzle Exchanger server, while that was still active, initiated a mirrors rule, and then I think Magical Drop 3 of Spikecade adopted that pretty soon after. But it's the same idea as like a stage pick counter pick for
Smash.
Brothers.
Yeah.
And it kind of fits the same role, honestly.
Yeah, for a while it was kind of like a long time ago. The characters were kind of tiered. You'd pick like a character in a tier, and then the other player would pick like a character in a the same tier. That's kind of how they run it in Japan sometimes.
Hell yeah!
Here we go. The color pattern is the same, but the spires are even steeper.
Yeah, I was gonna say, High Priestess is kind of mean.
Yeah, this pattern is nothing to scoff at. This is another great, like, I know what I'm doing, but I don't want to deal with Daughter Strength, but I don't want to have to, like, I know my opponent isn't going to be able to handle this if they're new.
Yeah.
You can
You are
very
less likely
easily
to
run
trip
someone
over
over.
yourself.
Yeah. Daughter Strength, like, bad things can happen if, like, you start with a power orb and yours goes off kind of half-cocked and theirs gets, like, an automatic 8-chain and then suddenly you die. Sometimes that happens.
It's easy to overestimate your own proficiency before a Daughter Strength mirror.
Yeah, it's... Even as a pretty long-time veteran of the game, I'm still afraid of Daughter Strength.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Joe P. Real. What game were we coming off of earlier?
Oh, wow, yeah.
I played Magical Drop 6 recently, and the AI has no resistance to small combos. 2 Chains of the Fool lets you kill everything in seconds.
Yeah, even the difficult AI in even the difficult AI in Magdrop 6 is not particularly strong, unfortunately, which does make me a little sad.
I'm gonna level with you. You can steamroll a lot of Magical Drop 3's AI until you get to like the really hard stuff by Rush 2 Chains. All right, Mega Knockdown. Hello to that crowd coming off from there. This is the Magical Drop 3 bracket, where we're starting to get through the early parts of it, but we're gonna have this going on tonight, and we have Puzzle Bobble 4 later this week. I think that's Friday at 4. 1? What time?
Puzzle Bobble is at 6 p.m. on Friday, Eastern Time.
Gotcha.
Alright. I'm gonna sneak in and play my match against Melty Kit now.
Alright.
Another name I don't recognize.
A lot of new faces here. We have so many people to teach that they don't have to play more than one Magician Mirror.
Well, I'm not gonna do that, because I love the Magician Mirror.
Yeah, I know. There's something wrong with you. And I'm sure I don't have to remind anyone who's rated, but just in general, we have a donation link here for raising money for Trans Lifeline. We're still at 2,679 and 69 cents, which this is the halfway point this week. We are going to
cooking.
crush that $3,000 goal. Absolutely. Alright, let me hop in here real quick. Deca, the sole B rank in the lobby tonight.
Not deserved. I haven't played this game in quite a while. If I drop a single game, that B rank is gone. I got the rank decay notification as I booted up Fight Game.
Oh, buddy. So I think out of everyone we have tonight, Deca and Pterodactyls might be two of the most better in the lineup here. So this is kind of the bar to clear.
Yeah, I think if I have to make a prediction based on the players that I know, that it's not Magician.
Okay.
Yeah, based on the players that I know, I think it's about a 50-50 toss-up between me and Sheridan. But
I think
I would not be surprised if a killer shows up.
Yeah. I think Melty Kit had real good sense to go to one of the low damage characters, or like conventional damage characters. We're in low tier hell, but you know what? We need to live.
Yeah.
I say as we die.
I just think it's funny that Hierophant has the same pattern as Magician. So we've like literally only seen one character so far.
No, we got.
Oh wait, no, we got High Priestess. Yeah.
I didn't know that was the second Magician character. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing, because we got so close to to escaping Magician. But we just got Magician by another name. I don't know, like, in actuality, the characters do have slight differences. Hierophant has he has different colored power orbs than Magician does, and it manifests in really weird ways. You can accidentally take the pattern in a way with a power orb that, like, by muscle memory will work, and then suddenly you die because the pattern just collapses in a completely different way than you're used to.
So I see kind of where Melty-Kit's at, and like this is still like we have some skill. We're doing real good chains. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate that I was their first draw, yeah.
I mean, a little bit, yes. But also, like, it's the, okay, I did my big thing, I don't know how to deal with damage when it rolls in.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, absolutely. Like, I could do full board chains even when I started out, but do I take a hit to the jaw? Well, no, not at all. I'll go down immediately. We have a bit of a gimmick pick here in Empress.
I think Empress would be, like, kind of the opposite of a gimmick at this point. She's basically become the new neutral pick. Everybody kind of dukes it out on Empress in the upper bracket at this point.
I'm still trying to tone it to, like, the audience we have. Just
That's
because everyone's broken the expectations of what this game was several times over the past 4 years.
Yeah, that's true. This character has become so much more popular in the last couple of years as a counter pick. The players have gotten so good that this is like a standard quota character now, and it's like okay, are you good enough to step up to the table? Can you make it to quota on Empress and World? If you can, alright, that means I gotta take everything seriously now.
Yeah. Their actual gimmick is, if you've not eyeballed it, they actually do mirrored damage. It's making a pyramid from one end of player one's board inwards to the opposite end. So you have to actually manage your damage a little bit different depending on player side.
Yep, you gotta make sure the center stays low, and I don't mean the center of your own board. I mean the center of this full screen.
We're getting a little cluttered on Kit's side, but we're still living. We need to handle those blues now. Please. Please, we're so close. Let's make it to quota. Okay, we're getting a little lost in the sauce on Melty Kit's side, but we're still living, buying time by chanting. Ooh!
Alright. Good games. I've never heard it go that high. Good games. Yeah, I kind of popped off with that combo at the end there.
All right.
Right.
Looks like we're gonna have Digi and Masked M98 for stream next.
Ooh, this will be a good one. Masked M98 is a known quantity. I've played them. I've played them before.
Which.
So this will probably be the first match on screen that's like definitively 2 mag drop regulars.
All right. Look, not crumpling to Deca is still fantastic, to be perfectly honest. I don't think we have a overall fiercely competitive pool as Magical Drop has been.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. Mag Drop is like on average our most aggressive bracket. Like the top 8 is all known quantities and they're all really good. All right, we're on to winners quarters, I think. As I was resetting my my stream overlay, I still had one of the what's it called? Vortex Gallery online stream overlays, and it was this wonderful pink and blue gradient. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep this one actually.
All right. Yeah, I feel like that C rank for Masked M98 is strictly just from a lack of regular fight cape flying. Ooh, baby, yeah, we got the sauce here. Let's go full screen starts. Right.
Yeah, one of the things about this game is that rank is an illusion, because there's like 4 people who are above B rank, because the lobby just isn't active enough to maintain that level of the elo with the rank decay. So
when everyone is
just because
account,
like
no one's a Smurf
yeah, it's like if the best player and the worst player are both C rank, then it doesn't really make any difference.
Everyone's average. All right. The thing that I like that I'm seeing from Masked M is like we are spending almost every piece of a single color in one clear without going for chains, which is fantastic for officially getting your quota down without having to do any guesswork.
Yep, yeah. And the quota counter will definitely show that, since Digi did just not have any material to work with. Keeping your chains really short will just leave your opponent it won't kill them outright. They'll live until the end of the game, but they're not going to have nearly enough material to work with to get to the end.
Like, the other real rub with how quota works in this is, I'm going back to the how is it good to know when to chain and when to close things out? It does not actually count down any of your clears from a chain until it resolves. So when you're close to the finish line, you do not want to go for anything extra because suddenly you're at frames where you could still get victory taken away from you, even though in your heart of hearts you know you won.
Yeah, you can be one away from your quota, chaining 17 links deep, and your opponent will win because they threw down a 3 while you were just going.
This game needs a teacher warning. My eyes are getting melted. Sometimes I wish Magical Drop 6 worked out.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
Alright. Aw, boy, Fool Mirrors. This gives you, for its damage, the world's most easily counterable staircase. So you're playing a game of chicken to send damage on all.
Yeah, Fool is a really funny pattern because you don't want to send damage at all. But the second you do start sending damage, you want to send more damage than the counter can actually hold. So that you maintain a quota advantage.
Magical Drop 6 was better than 5, I can give it that. But unfortunately, it's not in a place where we're gonna ever be replacing this with 6. Okay. Oh, did not shuffle the staircase down correctly fast enough, so...
Yeah, once both players know what they're doing, Fool wraps around again and starts becoming really dangerous, because to play Fool correctly, you have to be, just always be super high on board, so that when the time to go all in comes, you're ready for it. But the problem doing this, though, is if you make a single mistake, suddenly you die. Even though it's such an easy pattern, so you feel so silly.
Oh,
he swapped out. He just needed like one more. Funnily, that's very fitting to Fool and Tarot. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. But I will say, like, the handling for 6 felt worlds better than 3, and it's like native 4 frames of lag.
Yeah, the 4 frames of input lag, the fact that it constantly drops inputs is definitely a bit frustrating. We joke about the speed limit all the time, where if you try to go too fast, Magical Drop will just sort of like...
ignore you.
Nah, I don't feel like working that hard, actually, so...
Ooh, I think this is like our first round 5 in a while. If you live this long, you start getting ice and other, like, weird, harder round starts.
Yeah, there are 2 neutral start boards. There is the standard board, and then there is the round 5 ice board, which you get in the like really difficult matches in arcade. And the round 5 match board shows up for us in round 5, but if you were only playing first to 2, it would show up in round 3. It's just the final round board. They decided it's time to get a little spicy. Alright, we've gone to Devil. I like the consistency. Digi was really close to coming out on top, so I'm glad that they're sticking with the strategy. Okay, also good on Digi, waiting for the chain to resolve, so that they can limit the damage output. Remember, some matchups damage is good, some matchups damage is bad. This is one where you really don't want to be sending garbage, unless your opponent's about to top out.
Oh,
alright! Digi with a couple of lines pulled up, clutches it out.
So close. God, I forgot that that's
His,
Devil's whole thing. I had to look
his-
away for a second.
his stupid foot animation.
Sure, dog. We're here.
Wow, I don't like Digi's positioning at all.
Yeah. Luckily, he's real close to making the big chains. Okay, so he just has to match the... Oh, he gets it. He's real close, but this left side of his board is going to get a little scary. Oh, but unfortunately, he spent a little too much time panicking.
I know that BirdUp submitted the international BIOS, or the Japanese BIOS for this. Some days, I will admit though,
Cuidado!
I missed the Cuidado, and the ostensibly quote-unquote North American release that is very Latin America.
Yeah, the fact that half the lines are in Spanish is really funny. Going back to Magdrop 6, it is really sad how that game turned out, because they did actually reach out to a bunch of people in the Magdrop 3 competitive community. But my name is in the credits. I was a playtester. BirdUp was a playtester. I think a couple of the South American guys got to play, and then a huge portion of the French scene got to contribute as well. And they just we all wrote our 5,000 word essays after doing all of the play testing on what we think needed to change, and we were all laser focused too. We were like collaborating with each other to make sure we were all giving them similar advice, so we weren't sending mixed signals, and they just didn't pan out. All right, I'm going to send a challenge to my match, who I believe is Real Soviet Bear. We're gonna do my match real quick.
Sure, gotta catch up with streamer, I get it.
Oh. I just jumped right in on instinct, but I don't see the eyeball yet.
Don't worry, I'm getting there. Don't you worry.
Oh, I'm picking up lots of things I don't want to be.
Okay.
Okay, screw it.
Unfortunately, it's looking like Bears lost a little bit after the first Real Spire interaction. We climbed back. Only 25 behind on quota, which, in the scheme of things, that's kind of fine. We still have room to potentially get a kill chain on Deca. It's looking a little dicier. It's looking a little dead, but...
Oh, the name's... There we go.
Is this series just cursed? Yes.
Yeah, this series is pretty cursed. They did... All of the improvements from 1 to 2 to 3 were so good. And then 4 was, like, so weird. And then
so much.
And 5 was a disaster. And then 6 is like, it's okay, I guess, but like, it's not what we needed.
It got some things surprisingly right, but some of it was not, and some of it was a little too late. No, there's not a magical drop 4. There's magical drop 1,
F.
2, 3, F, V, or 5, and 6.
It's very funny to me that magical drop 5 is like abandonware. Like, you can't buy it anywhere. It's delisted from Steam. The only way to get it is like if you find a rip of it somewhere, or you pay like $300 for like a 15-year-old Steam key.
5, if 6 was a game that fundamentally felt alright but did not have the infrastructure to carry it, like interesting modes and other online-wise, 5 sort of had that, but 5 also had the curse of feeling just like unbridled dog shit.
5 was just a mess. Like, the whole way down. The way the patterns were programmed, like, didn't work properly, and like, didn't work with how the game was supposed to be played. Every pattern ended up being flat, which kind of takes away from what makes this game so interesting. Oh man, I'm getting all tangled up over here. I don't think there was any variance in the color patterns between characters either. So it, like, because all patterns were pretty flat and there wasn't really a variance in the color patterns, everyone sort of played the same. Except for Death, whose pattern was just like a spire that was 1 wide on the left side of your board. So it was impossible to get rid of.
That's very dumb.
They did patch that, and her pattern just became another flat,
Oh man, we're so close. This is the second time you've been taking this character tonight, and both of your opponents have come pretty close to losing by quota on that. And again,
yeah, surviving to within 5 quota on Empress is not easy.
Empress is absolutely kind of like a beginner trap character. Like, if you're not really paying attention to the idea of like that damage patterns exist and you need to start playing and building in response to that, a good Empress or World will just absolutely wallop you. Flip side, Justice isn't hurting anyone here. To die, well,
Justice is probably the hardest character in the game to kill someone with.
yeah.
She sends. Oh yeah. What? Sorry.
I was gonna say, Bear was really fishing for the item, unfortunately, but you're still a good 70 ahead. No, like, I think Magical Drop's pick up and play factor is really up there.
Oh yeah, it's super easy to like. It's so easy to recover from mistake, and I think that's something that a lot of puzzle games really struggle with.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just starting and the game isn't actively pressuring you like crazy, which it probably won't be, recovering from a mistake is very easy. You just pick the piece up and move it again. But like in a lot of match 4 style games, if you make a mistake, it's brutal. Like, if you barely know what you're doing in Tetris, hear me out for a second here. I know that's a foreign concept. But if you're barely familiar with Tetris, and you, like, overhang something poorly, getting rid of that is brutally difficult. It might as well be a permanent fixture on your board.
There's a lot of things in the broader versus puzzle genre where you might be a worse enemy than your opponent.
Yeah, you're definitely your own worst enemy in a lot of puzzle games.
Magical Drop never feels like that, for better or for worse.
Yeah. Yeah, because your worst enemy is definitely the speed limit.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, I've never played Lumines, but that's one of Xerxian's favorite games, isn't it? Yeah, I've seen him play that a lot.
Not in recent years, like
not in a while, but it was definitely
we got on the Arise train were me and Trashboat.
Oh, okay.
which I need to get back on that.
Ooh. All right, we've got a stream match for Pterodactyls.
All right.
I'm excited for this one. See how warmed up he is today.
I think Pterodactyls is like the other like heavyweight contender for tonight.
Yeah. No Johns, but I gave him first seed because I was running stream. And I
absolutely get that.
I think like we're so closely matched that it could definitely go either way. Probably like lifetime matchup is probably close to 55-45. He'll have my number for a while, and then I'll have his number for a while, and then it just depends.
I think Arise's PvP is actually pretty good, but neither here nor there. But yeah, no, absolutely, I get it. There is absolutely the event production debuff. Unfortunately, you gotta prioritize making sure that things go well instead of your own button pressing sometimes.
Yep, because remember, we're here for a good cause. It's not just about video games, as fun as video games are. If you've got some spare change, be sure to throw it in the bin. What are we at right now?
I threw a 20 in there between matches, so we're at 26.99.69.
Hell yeah.
Look, thought it would be funny.
Oh, I think I saw someone earlier say that they thought Emperor wasn't a very strong character. But it's funny that Emperor is actually one of like the only characters in this game who has moved up the tier list as time has gone on. Death and Emperor's pattern has only proved to be more and more like surprisingly lethal as time has gone on.
We have not seen Death tonight, which she's a funny character.
Yeah, this pattern is really fun. You can kind of just like go to the combo zone in her pattern, and it pays off.
One thing that I don't think is as prominent in this, unless you get to the sequel characters, is there's not as many Magical Drop 3 characters that are willing to just absolutely dead end you on resources as there are like money puzzle ones.
Oh yeah, the fact that the money puzzle denominations come in so many forms makes it so much easier to run out of the material you need. Especially because you create one every time you make a match. So APM is actually a really interesting topic in this game, because there's like a baseline. Like, APM only helps you so much. Past a certain point, it becomes basically impossible to move faster. And at that point, you really do just have to become better at stacking than your opponent.
You start getting slight optimizations.
Yeah, you start having to like min-max the damage you're sending and min-maxing the clears that you're making for
until you get to that point,
optimization.
Though, yeah, absolutely, APM differences can stuff you out.
Yeah, until that point, the difference between someone who is fast and knows what they're doing and someone who is not fast and knows what they're doing is going to be about 40 quota.
Like, some of the stuff that we saw for Magidor Masters while that was still happening, like top 8, there would be some players that can just erase their entire board in 2 moves instead of doing long-form chain deconstruction, and that ends up
that makes a huge
play.
difference, yeah. The chains in this game can only happen so fast and so frequently. There's like a pace to it. So as long as you understand that, if you reach the point where you always have a chain going, or as close to it as possible, then at some point having the more efficient chain is the more important factor. That being said, though, this is a very technically demanding game. You've got to have pretty quick fingers for this one, between mash moving and just shuffling stuff around while floating.
All things considered, until that final fall off, Adam Admar was staying incredibly
he's holding his own
with the quota there. Which it's starting to get in the later parts of bracket. That's solid work. Red item for barely any reds on board, unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately for Adam, they kind of took the yellow clear before the blue clear on the right side of their board, and that means they just ran out of material to work with the way the ice was shaped over their stack. Okay. Let's poke into Random Nom and Hot Dog Night real quick to see how they're doing, since they're this is a duel to make it into top 8.
That's what HDK stands for?
Yep.
Alright.
He's the Hot Dog Night.
Alright, we cleared 2,700 on the Tiltify at 27.69.
Another
keep that 69 cents going as long as possible.
It's because nobody's gonna donate a cents amount.
Well, someone had to do that very deliberately, and
somebody did it at the beginning, but now that it's locked in, it's locked in. It's not Matcherino has like the 5-cent claims or whatever you can do, but I don't think Tiltify does. So it's just gonna stay locked in there until someone deliberately goes and adds 98 cents to make it 67 instead.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
Kids these days. I don't know. All right. Who is going to be next? Pretty much everything on winner's side is going to be streamed from this point on.
All right.
So it's just a matter of order at this point.
I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. Does Tiltify not have a list of recent donors? Oh, yes, it does. I just didn't scroll down far enough. Bleh. Want to thank Cublex for $20 and Beakus for did it go to 200? I didn't notice.
I just blinked and it went to 200.
No. Is that in order, or is that just like leaderboard? This is the best donation.
No, because there's a $20 right below it. I wonder. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I think that's the case for that one. But you know what? You're still on top. You get another shout out. If you're looking for the character equivalent in Magic or cross streams, you're thinking of the Thinker. Grew up playing this game in Mexico. Many such cases.
Okay.
Right, do we have anything for stream, or do you just want to hop into another ongoing match? Or did you do that and not tell me already?
I have not hopped into a match just yet. I think I'm just going to ping Sheridan and MassDem98 and have them play. All right. We're on to winner's semis.
toss my donation before I got. Super appreciate it. Also, I want everyone to thank Chef Nana for agreeing to TO tonight. Usually, we, at least for Puzzle Wednesday, we do multiple people doing clip for one bracket. So, tip your waitress tonight. It's super appreciated.
I just realized I have my stream set up to show I have my stream set up to show chat. But it's my chat, not Puzzle Wednesday.
God bless you.
It's like, why is the chat not showing up?
Also, Chef Nana with $15. Thank you so much.
Doing double duty, donating and running bracket. You love to see it.
So we have Pterodactyls and Mask M98.
Alright,
I'm curious to
M98.
see how this goes, because like this could be
Swinging for the fences.
this could be the upset factor for tonight. This is the one like I'm not 1000% sure how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I've played Masked M98 quite a few times, though it has been a while. So if they've improved it all, they could definitely be a threat. I know they hang out in this lobby quite often, so Sheridan might still be a little rusty since we didn't really run a Magidoro Masters this year. Burdup decided to take this one off to do some game dev.
Crazy that.
Go check out Puzzle Touchdown if you haven't, or Intergalactic Space Puzzle Touchdown, something like that.
Intergalactic Puzzle Touchdown.
Yeah.
One word too many. But yeah, all that say, even our strongest players here are a little rusty from essentially staying an extra year in the off season.
Yeah, usually we'd be coming hot off of finals around
That's
now.
usually a
But...
June thing, so it's still. It would
Oh, I guess yeah, it'd
cool
still
down
be a
period
little bit
still,
longer.
But
Right, but looks like the that first round loss gave Sheridan a bit of a wake up call. He's locked back in. Yeah, I'm super excited for Puzzle Touchdown to finally get a full release. I lended a hand in the testing phase a little bit, so
same.
I'm happy happy to see it come to fruition.
It's crazy how 1-to-1 Frosty Puzzle Mysteries finals to this happening really was.
Right, Sheridan getting
Anyway,
a little bit of a cross match on the Power Orb. In theory, this pattern is like basically the same as Magician. You just hit the lines in the back as they come up. I could not figure out how to solve this pattern quickly. I won't die here. I'll just chain forever. But like, I look over and my opponent's just like a million quota ahead of me. This one just avoids me.
I think the fact that there's no like real desyncing of the center 3 columns goes a long way into like not shredding your tempo potentially. So if you just play faster, you just play gooder. Simple as.
I think damage control is a pretty big one on this pattern as well, because her pattern's so easy to clear. A really unfortunate power orb there from Sheridan, only getting like 7 or 8 orbs out of it, but does get a nice full board clear, so running ahead in tempo.
Okay, we're at 20 and 30, 20 and 23.
Okay, that should be enough.
Clear. Oh,
3 away! Just barely running out of material before they reach the finish line.
I'm I'm gonna say again, Mass M could do this. We're just tripping at the finish line here.
Yeah, this is a really close match.
Okay. And Healy
overstacked
in the center.
Okay. But the
This is the first time
down
Mass
stack
had.
the down stack is in progress, but unfortunately, Sheridan's losing so much time to this. And that's the real resource when you're racing to quota. Like, that was a nice big chain, but the material just isn't on board. And Masked MM is there, as long as he stops. Okay, there we go.
I do want to say, like, Mass M deliberately didn't use the item so we could close out a quota round like that, which is a hard, like, that's a higher level decision to make.
Yeah, the power orbs take a really long time to resolve, so if you're close to quota, you typically want to try to avoid them.
Like, knowing when to cut your losses is actually a good metagame thing to learn.
Ooh, nice big clear there for Sheridan.
Okay. Mass M falling behind a little bit again, but not like... I don't.
This is going to be a tricky one, because even though tempo is in... tempo was in Masked M's favor, even though Sheridan was ahead in quota. Just because you're ahead in quota doesn't mean you're going to make it if the other person's quota is probably going to resolve before you can finish your next chain.
Alright, so we're in some round 5 nonsense. This might benefit Masked M more. It seems like he's kind of navigating this a little bit. Better might not be the stronger word, but we'll say faster.
He's definitely doing a better job keeping the pattern clean.
Good item use.
Oh, unfortunately he split up the really nice blue match, and now he's going to get caught up in all this muck in the midboard. But it comes back together with the clear ice. And we're going to go to 1-1.
Alright. Hell yeah. So what's Sheridan's counter pick?
Probably, yeah, Chariot.
Chariot?
Chariot and Daughter Strength are both very common Sheridan counter picks. One of these is very good for me, and one of these is very bad for me. Because I cannot do Daughter Strength to save my life. But, Chariot, he's my guy.
Well, you can't.
Having Bird Up kick the shit out of me over and over on this character taught me a lot. Alright, we're pretty tight on quota here. Okay, Sheridan looking for a clear with the reds. Unfortunately, the power up's just a little too slow.
Like, that close of a quota race in, like, the remaining seconds, it always feels like I shouldn't say words. It's just like, you gotta do a little golf clap and just wait for the dust to resolve before saying anything.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes down to low double digits as they're racing into quota, it's like I'm just innately holding my breath.
What are the thoughts / rules on the 4 secret characters? Moon, Hangman, Temperance, and Wheel. Well,
the secret characters are all completely legal. You can play any character that the game lets you pick.
There's also more than 4.
Yeah. There's also, there's Hangman, Moon, Tower, Hermit, Father's Strength. Temperance is just a copy of Judgment, so... Or... Am I remembering that correctly?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wheel of Fortune is unique.
We've played this long enough that, like, the real contenders are taking the boss characters to quota. Survival's not really that much of a question anymore.
Alright, here comes the daughter strength.
So we let them rock.
Yeah, the story behind father and daughter strength is really funny. That they made the first game, and they had strength just be a big, strong guy. And then somebody was like, that's not actually how the tarot cards work. Strength isn't just a big, strong guy. And they were like, oh! And so they made daughter strength in the next game.
They just kind of hid father's strength in the background.
Yeah, he became a secret character later. I don't think he was in 2, but he's a secret character in this game.
Pretty sure he isn't too. Anyway. But yeah,
Alright. The daughter strength counter pick definitely working out for Sheridan here. Masked M having a lot harder time dealing with a pattern that's this aggressive.
Cublex, you've not seen the worst of this.
Yeah,
this is the best of the vanilla cast.
Yep. Which is, to be fair, probably top 5.
Yeah, still really good. I think who's considered the still really hard to win by quota? Is it Father Strength or is it Hermit?
Father Strength is the hardest character to win by quota. Hermit is a close second, and then Tower, Fortune, and Moon are kind of all weird because their color patterns are a little gimmicky, and the rainbow orbs that they get are a little gimmicky with all the clear ice.
Yeah.
But if you're playing them without the power orbs, they're all incredibly difficult patterns to solve. And then I would say Daughter Strength is probably right below them. So I'd say she's probably 6th on the tier list then.
So, how do we feel about Mass M choosing Temperance as the last counter pick?
I would say this is a smart choice by them, because this is just Sun or Chariot again.
We're just trying to close it out with a quota race again.
Yeah, we went back to the formula that was working earlier. And it's coming down to the wire. Oh yeah.
No. Mass M is not playing with watching the quota counter in their hearts. Because there was it was 1, and he chose to chain.
I mean, sometimes you just get caught up in the heat of the moment.
Absolutely. But there was enough of a pause that I thought we were eyeballing it, and I don't know if we were now.
All right, Masked M consistently ahead on quota, but an uncharacteristic pressure kill on Star.
Oh, Star. Sorry, my brain.
Yeah, wrong jugs. This is Star, not Temperance.
Isn't it just basically a head swaps, right?
No, they
No.
Temperance holds them across from each other, and water flows between them.
Alright, that's actually pretty cool. Damn, my bad.
I'm sorry, Magdroff, I was unfamiliar with your game. To be fair, literally no one ever picks Temperance. Other than the guy named after Temperance, who doesn't really enter our events anymore.
Off-season, it happens.
Oh my god, 1?!
What the? Okay. This is really just a slugfest. This is, I think, our most even match of the night.
Yeah, going to Game 5. Late. Pterodactyls definitely has a chance here. Unfortunately, squanders the power orb a little bit. Does not get the most value they possibly could have out of that one, but they are still ahead. One of the no,
Ooh,
the ice.
what a rare trip! Like that doesn't happen in this match ball that often.
Yeah, no, to see two of them in a row. Final
I'm
round.
reserving judgment, but I'm concerned at Master M's ability to clutch this one out.
Yeah, the nerves might be kicking in. Meanwhile, Pterodactyl's no stranger to a tense situation here.
Are we gonna pull up and use the yellow item on Master M's side? Okay. Ooh. Close? I don't like the cleanup game Master M is gonna have to do here. Wait.
Oh no, but it doesn't
shit.
matter! Sheridan had to pause for a couple of seconds because he ran out of material. Masked M will
All right.
advance.
That
Alright.
was close.
Alright. Ping HDK. There he is. I've never seen Hot Dog Knight play Mag Drop, so this will be interesting. I have played them many times in Twinkle Star Sprites, and our record is like 0 to 80. He is really, really good at Twinkle Star Sprites. I'm not.
This is where you start the 80 to 0.
This is where I go for the rebound. Yeah, I get a little bit of revenge here. Hopefully.
Okay. Well, we definitely get it. This is not going to be a free matchup for Deca.
Whoop.
That being said, you're going to have to... Ooh. We're treading water on damage on Hot Dog Knight's side. A lot of the clears he's making to downstack are very small. Like, a lot of downstacking Magician is grabbing all of one color, throwing it down one of the sides, like column 1 or column...
If everything's going according to plan, you're just throwing stuff down the sides and then cleaning up the middle afterwards. If you've got to just go straight down the middle, something terrible has happened.
Yeah. Like,
that did not collapse nearly as much as I thought it would.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate. Clean up for Deca. That being said, you're coming back, man. I can already see that. And it's not even buying Hot Dog Knight a quota advantage, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, this is one of my better patterns, unless I just die outright. I got tangled up.
Well, we died outright. Funny that.
Yeah, a little bit of a misdrop will do that. Oh, that didn't collapse at all. Whoa. Oh, this is really bad for me. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon.
Right. Spoilers from the future. Well, actually, everyone else can see yours in real time. I'm a couple seconds in the past.
Oh boy. Moon. That's an interesting pick. Okay.
Alright.
So Moon has Magician's color pattern, but she has Hermit's damage pattern.
Yeah.
So she is very scary.
This is a character you can dead end on if you do not consider your resources well. I think last time we really seriously played, Moon stocks were definitely going up.
Oh my god, I lost a quota.
Yeah, he leapt ahead. I think the wild card spend was better on Hot Dog Night side, but okay.
Really bad at this pattern. Oh, it ate my chain.
I say this with love in my heart, buddy. You're being kind of lapped right now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really bad at Moon. This is like one of my worse even than Daughter Strength. This is one of my really bad characters. And she's not particularly common either, so...
We had, I think, I don't know if it was Scherzo or Butts that started putting Moon in rotation a little bit more. All right, that was pretty swift.
Yeah, that was not good for me.
All right, going with the quota race. I think quota races, unfortunately, for like the first, I don't know, 2/3 of a round are hard to do play-by-play because it really comes down to what happens in the last 5 seconds.
Yeah, other than calling out just like a nice single clear.
Oh yeah, like you can see the efficiencies on play. A lot of it's like, okay, we're down to the wire.
Oh, I was way overchained.
Correct. Oh my god, man, are you paying attention?
I was not. I was kind of locked in.
Talking with me and being locked in at the same time sounds like a bit of an oxymoron, but hey, man.
Well, I can only lock in on so many things at once.
And counting is not one of them.
Yeah, true. known fact. Counting past 3, one of my biggest weaknesses.
I am definitely gonna look through the VODs later because, like, Hot Dog Night is doing some solid plays, but the actual just movement that he was doing in the Moon matchup was different. And I need to put my eyes on that again and see a little bit later down the line.
The Moon scripts. The movement.
I almost made that joke and then I thought better of it.
I'm sorry to let you down.
No, you still absolutely say it tonight, so I
No!
can't be mad.
Ah.
Ooh,
I
ill
missed.
portents from the future, okay.
I just missed the column I was going for.
I mean, Deca chaining with 2 is still best case scenario. You should not chain at all. This character is a quota race, yes, largely because their damage is so inconsequential that, like, getting hit by them just gives you more resources to pull ahead in the quota race.
Lovers is a really tricky pattern. It's a quota race that really relies on you reading the pattern properly, because it's really easy to get stuck doing just like 3 chains and implode.
Last-ditch effort, we are choosing violence.
Oh, I messed up.
Round start violence was a good choice, apparently.
Well, I'm not dead yet.
But yeah, if you were a low-tier, quote-unquote, or a quota character, your damage that you send is more helpful than harmful. That's generally what that's going to mean. Therefore, you're making a concerted effort not to hit your opponent.
Oh,
Alright.
counting to 3 is really hard.
Counting 3 is so hard, man. Everyone thinks that puzzle gamers are smart. We're not. We can't count.
The colors just go away when I get 3 of them, so it's like, why do I ever need to count past 3?
You don't really need to think about it. And thinking makes my head hurt anyway, so like... Alright, Deca's about to close out the match here. I don't know...
Not if I keep misdropping, I'm not. Oh, that...
Okay.
I thought that was 3. I'm really stupid.
Okay. Never mind, this
God,
might have
exactly
been a
what
good
I
investment.
needed. Oh. I'm dead.
Okay,
Okay.
never mind. Good investment. However,
Let's...
Deca gets the last pick, so... And he has definitively been winning on quota characters. Alright, Fulmir's to close that match. Fair enough. Oh, I mean, it wasn't even checkerboard. Deca kind of got the fork there. By some definition, Fool can count as a quota character, but he is so volatile that he just feels like gambling. Oh, round 5 start? Yeah. rough.
Fool is controlled chaos.
Holding on to item on Deca's side.
I'm stupid.
What do we... Oh, no.
I didn't know how to deal with the lack of material on the... around the...
I didn't know that both sides of winter semis were priming themselves up for upsets. Okay. Deca's also behind on quote. No, never mind.
You gotta be real careful with quota on this character, because it will just sneak up on you.
I think this is also some of the fastest turnover on commentators curse you can get.
Whew, yeah.
Ken counts 2. How am I supposed to remember that round 5 even happened? Okay. Deca pulling up Blue Item only to mid-board, which doesn't clear a lot, but it doesn't waste a lot of time either. We are a solid clip ahead of Hot Dog Night.
That was a good
And-
match.
Won by pressure, alright.
Yeah, Fool is he's the controlled chaos character. Cause you gotta balance filling your board all the way up with that last 70 quota sprint at the end.
Gonna put out another call. If you've been hanging out with us, please donate to the Tiltify. We're raising money for Trans Lifeline, and currently $2,754.69. I think we could realistically get between us and the remaining bracket for tonight. We could absolutely hit $3,000 before we get to the last 2 days of this. Actually, this goes into Saturday, yes?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, we can hit that the halfway point. Come on, guys. I believe.
Actually, I think it goes till Sunday. I think it's the 10th to the 16th.
So it's $1,000 a day. Simple math. Don't worry about it. Yep, we're gonna have
We're just going to do a little bit of hopping around now as we peruse the losers bracket.
Sure thing. What are we doing first? Well, why does it show 2 instances of Meltikit and Adam Admar?
Must be just some funny Fightcade shenanigans.
Love to have 2 parallel universe fights.
All right. Looks like it's 2-1. So we've got another match on our hands.
What's the flavor here? Never get the magician out of the system.
At least he doesn't make the screen flash as much as Magician does. Or as, yeah.
There's some level of mercy. You know, the other thing that I will say I think is a little lacking, and maybe I'll try and push for the tournament ROM to be used a little bit more, but having character themes not in play.
Oh,
This
yeah.
game is a really good soundtrack.
Yeah, there are a few notable exceptions, but other than that, the OST for this game is really good. Especially the boss characters. Fortune and World and, oh, Death's theme's really good, even though she's not a boss character. Yeah, it's a shame that we just have the Versus theme in the standard arcade release, and they just decided to do that for everything.
That's how I feel about when we do Mr. Trilogy and we've just locked into dueling banjos with dog sounds. It's not terrible, but there's so much else out there. That was swift.
Whoa, that was a, looked like a misdrop.
Right. Meltikit having a normal board is going to go so far in this.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a case of Adam Admar getting stuck in the mire of the pattern that gets pushed out of alignment.
Yeah, getting the center spire out of alignment just ruins so much. Like, if you don't understand a counterplay for it, you're already having a bad time, and sometimes even if you do...
Even if you know how to dig through Magician's center well, it's slow. Like, you're losing a lot of time on quota. Because it's like four pieces at a time instead of 7 minimum when you're hitting the entire back. Like, that back line clear right there was like 16 orbs. If your opponent's just doing 4 and you're hitting those. And when you're clearing down the middle, because of the way you have to do it, you send the nice back lines as well, so the deficit just compounds.
Okay, I don't think it's about twice as far behind, unfortunately. I don't see us closing that gap.
Yep.
Certainly
all right.
don't see it now.
Yep. Good job to Adam Admar, and we're gonna jump right away into one of our losers top 8 matches. Whoops. Losers top asterisk. Alright, and they just finished 1 round, so we'll get to catch the whole thing.
What one are we looking at?
Lex versus Real Soviet Bear.
Alright.
Since this is, I believe, Loser's 7th. Oh, we are at top board. Okay. Can't believe anything tonight. The even the ranks are lying to us here.
Something. Best laid plans of mice and men.
Oh, unfortunately for Lex, that the green or the red got pushed out of alignment on the right side there, and now they are super stranded at top board. All right, round 5 ice in game 1. We definitely have a match here.
And Beyond is preferred name.
And Beyond. Okay.
Forgive me, which player?
That's the player on the right.
Okay. Fair enough.
And Beyond. I guess that is their tag in the challenge.
I've largely only been looking through Fight Kid. That's my
Yeah.
Anyway, we're still at a round 5 situation here, and Beyond taking it. Okay.
Yeah, 3-round comeback too. They went down 2-0, and now they came back. All right, we're gonna see High Priestess again.
Hell yeah.
The world's strongest librarian, tearing those books in half like it's nobody's business.
So this is the 2-prong force character, and then Daughter Strength is 3-prong. But, like, if you don't super feel confident in anything in this game, and you just want to, like, vibe check your opponent, take them to this character, do 2 chains, see if they crumble. It's very funny.
If you... Oh! That was a misdrop. That was spooky. Oh, but the Spire...
Exactly my point.
Too high. Yeah. Yeah, this pattern is really funny. If you make sure to keep your chains short, you basically only ever send the 3 lines of Spire, and there's just no material. How do you get rid of it? You have to just, like... It's like you're shoveling snow. You have to just, like, scoop it off the top of your stack and deal with it later.
Like, the real cruel thing is it pulls a Puzzle Fighter HG remix pull. It's Shinko, where she has 1 column that every row changes colors. Like, that's so much busy work to do. Damage feels very permanent with this character. Like, we don't see a lot of High Priestess representation, but, like, if you don't understand the matchup, you will drown immediately.
I respect Enbyon going for the quota play, but considering they've topped out twice in a row, I'm not sure that it's a great idea.
Look,
it's a hard tactical decision to make. Though it worked out that time, so maybe playing the Power Orb was the correct maneuver. So here we go.
Making one really good swing and then just chilling and seeing if the damage kills is not a bad thing to do in this matchup.
No, not at all.
We're not in the leagues that, like, you're going to constantly be pressured. If you get a lead, you don't have to keep sprinting as hard. You don't have to put yourself in a disadvantage just because you're scrambling to keep ahead. This is one of those, like, we're starting to tie up, but okay.
Oh, and beyond not looking high enough up the board. Okay, does finally see the big red match. Gonna get a little bit of mileage out of that. The quota is definitely in their favor. Both players really struggling to turn this pattern into rebound damage.
Alright.
The lead is slowly widening in Envyon's favor.
We have some chill room. Maybe don't want to take forever, but it doesn't seem like Lex is gonna, or has been handling the ice situation there.
Oh, but that big match means damage is gonna start rolling in. Oh, but it doesn't matter. Okay.
I mean,
that was a sweaty match right there. That one was spooky. Both players were on a knife's edge on that in that last round. One of the things that makes this character in particular so difficult is the fact that none of her ice is clear. All of the ice has colors, and that means you have to manage your colors really well.
Otherwise, there's a permanence there.
Otherwise, the ice is not gonna go. It will remain an obstacle even after unfreezing it if you don't hit it with the right colors.
Okay. So this is just gonna be a slugfest.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a race to a couple of 2 chains. Whoever can mount a stronger offense is definitely going to come out on top here.
That was fun. I got stomped. Well, that's this game sometimes.
Yeah, this
Like
game will have you questioning your sanity.
It is easy to pick up, but there's so many, like, not even, like, execution checks in terms of tech. It's just, you playing fast enough? Yes or no?
Sometimes the mind will move much faster than the hands will allow as well. Because even if you know what you gotta do, it can be super hard to follow up.
Lex is kind of in jail there.
Okay, luckily,
Not closing it out,
a little bit of
unfortunately.
misdrop. Yeah, they're going for a dig, but their pattern is really awkward.
Envion could take the item and just, like, go to top or
Okay,
spend it.
there we go.
He eventually did.
That's a big quota leap, big damage incoming. Lex just did not have the legs to get out of that one. One of the really sketchy things about this pattern is that your board will become deceptively flat, and as your board becomes flatter and flatter, the efficiency of your clears naturally goes down, because you can't skim things off the side. And when that happens, death is soon to follow.
Envion has a hard checkerboard here. Like, of course you're gonna have to take so many extra moves reshuffling. We're starting to get a little mileage. All we need is one more good poke, and Envion's looking to take this.
Oh yeah,
There it is.
Lex just unable to put the chains together at top board. I mean, let's
Alrighty. All right. Looks like we're doing Digi and Adam Admar. Gonna pull up past brackets to see what results Digi usually gets, because this feels like a pretty good run for him.
Yeah. The having a good run in Magical Drop is kind of like the opposite. Your like placements in Magical Drop are inflated in the sense that like the brackets we run are really stacked. So it's really hard to make a breakout performance even if you're improving a lot. So being in a bracket where the like super killer regulars all aren't on full prowl.
I feel like we've done a pretty good job of trying to aim for like a very beginner friendly game tourism scene, and then there's just this game.
Yeah. Part of that's because it kind of was like a merger with Bird Up's already established mag drop scene.
Digi looked like pretty consistent, like 11th place or lower, which, you know what?
Fair enough. Good run so far. You take those.
Not going 0-2 in our mag drop brackets is like an achievement. Like, you have to be way better than you would expect to not get run over.
However, Magical Drop still kind of transcends that problem with it's still just like, it's easy to get.
Oh, yeah.
This game is piss easy to just do okay, and that's important. No matter how bad you're getting killed, it doesn't feel like you don't get it.
That's true.
Oh boy, I hope you guys are ready for the sound of cinder blocks. You can vaguely hear the scratchy startle. So, a little bit of prior history. This was considered one of, like, the real impossible to beat characters until we learned that essentially you could do an item cloning glitch on his damage. If you
The
do
disco
a-
tech.
Yes. If you clear colors on top of a rainbow gem, on top of ice, and then pull it back, it will convert all the ice to the rainbow, which means you have an infinite get out of jail free key.
Yeah,
which
you
made living
you can
this
just...
character trivial.
So, he's not trivial, because you don't get the power orbs every time, and he still has the same damage shape as Father's Strength. So,
Okay.
even if you have the disco orbs... If you ever do run out of disco orbs, this pattern becomes menacing extremely fast.
You are right. I am overselling it, but that is to
It just
emphasize
just
how much,
became
like,
a little more he became a much higher variance character, I guess would be a good way to put it.
it's like, to my memory, this was also one of the ones like Father Strength, like, you're not living this one, dog.
Yeah. He was basically on par with Father's Strength until just recently. Or
Yeah,
not
he
just
got
recently,
down the
but
ladder a little
it's
bit.
been a
Couple
relatively
years.
recent development.
That damage shape is insane, yes. This is not the worst character to deal with.
He's got the worst character to deal with damage pattern, just not the colors, though.
This is also, like, if you're playing around that and the disco tech, which actually good fun. I like that a lot. This is where spamming 2 chains can just be a thing. Send as much damage.
Yeah,
burst
just
damage as possible.
load your opponent up with damage. They're probably not going to be able to downstack the left and right spire unless they really know what they're doing.
The hardest characters is largely in contention between Father Strength and Hermit. And
Father's
it still goes Father Strength.
So, Father's Strength is Hermit with Tower's damage pattern. Or damage shape, rather. So he has Hermit's colors, which are the worst color pattern, and he has Tower's damage pattern, which is the worst damage shape. So he's just super, super hard to deal with.
Learning a lot about the meta of this game. We've been doing this for, God, 5 years plus. That being said, Digi opting... Well, Digi didn't opt for... These are Adam's counter picks. Digi's handling them very well. My brain lost the narrative there for a second.
Yeah, all the practice Digi has gotten is paying off. Because Hermit has drastically increased in popularity. He's kind of like regarded as the natural step up from World and Empress in terms of difficulty without adding too many gimmicks.
All right. I think Adam was up on tower as well, but we need to be able to close this one out. I mean, we're still largely doing funny 2-chain burst damage. I don't think I would have... that's unfortunate. I don't think I would have spent the item before damage starts coming in.
Yeah, saving the
Like, you need that
saving your power orb is in this pattern is really important to me, at least, because I can't manage this pattern like purely on my own. So I'm saving that power orb for as long as I possibly can, and then
it's your get out of jail at a discount card.
Yeah, it's not
It may
exactly
not
free.
save
It's
the day, but like it helps so much, and throwing it away on offense is just kind of not the play. Speaking of which, Digi took it back. Right. See what we're looking at.
all right. Who is up next?
Also, this is the obligatory every couple of games or so donation call. Check out the Tiltify link. I think in our heart of hearts we can hit $3,000 between ourselves and Murphite tonight. But if you have not yet, we're raising money for Trans Lifeline, and it's not even been of the week of this event, and we're in spitting distance of the original goal. I'm sure we're going to force Bear to have to find a newer, higher cap, and maybe some other milestones.
New reach goals.
That's on him to figure out. But please, any amount that you can give helps. And while we keep working towards that goal, Deck and I are going to keep you going through this bracket.
Did I miss a match call? Oh, I did. I think I did. Are they here?
What are you looking for?
Oh, I challenged Masked M98. I was going to play our match, but if they're not available... Oh, there we go. Challenge accepted. All right, we're coming up on the end here.
So we're in winners finals.
Yeah, this is going to be winners finals, and then it's going to be a quick run to grands. We've only got 4 or 5 more matches to go.
Honestly, the rest of tonight's still a pretty long, or a pretty strong lineup. I think the biggest thing is we're going to need to be really smart with our counter picks for Masked M. There's a lot of his play doesn't really even seem to be very chaining oriented. Like, we're just grabbing as much of any single resource and throwing it down. Added benefit of that be damned. So, unless we get a lot of coincidental chains, he seems like he benefits from a more photo race approach. But given that you're angsting in the future,
It was a 1 quota victory.
that's insane. Yeah, okay, that solidifies my assessment here.
Your assessment was spot on.
No, like, this is absolutely a game where just mash quickly is also sometimes the name of the game. You don't need to do chain good. This game almost doesn't want you to chain. But it tricks you because it still has all that big number count up and the flashing lights, and it feels good until you lose for it. I definitely don't have any bitterness towards that. Many a time a game has had a chain counter and I have to come to terms with it. That's just not the best way to play.
Yeah, the chain counter is there, but it doesn't really. It's so much less influential on gameplay than you would expect, just because of the way the damage system works. Oh shit! I died. I lost. I thought I was cruising that time.
I was gonna say you both are going at a big clip, and I think that's the thing that you notice the later we get into matches is like I said, chains on the way out. Almost all of that has been Deca and Mast M doing these big singular clears where like you're getting anywhere from 8 to like 15 pieces. Ooh, ouch, buddy.
Yeah, I picked up the wrong color and I just didn't have the.
So ugly round 5 start per usual, but like if you can just start, you're basically frame counting. The more you start clearing a bunch of stuff in one turn and start saving moves and turns, that's kind of where being good kind of settles. But number go up? Absolutely, I get you. I'm just as sad.
Yeah, the sound design in this game is really good too, because like every chain, pitch gets a little bit higher, so you're like, oh yeah, I'm really cooking. And then you're like, wait, that wasn't good. That was actually detrimental to my game plan. What was I doing?
Okay, you say good sound design until you hear the voice clips.
Cuidado!
Look, they didn't know how to shut up back then. Jesus Christ. Please give a honk honk in chat. It would make me so happy.
Okay. Taking a trip to Tomboy Town.
Alright. Do not toot it? Absolutely. Please. This makes me worry for Mast M's prospects. Like, Justice... This isn't Justice.
Judgment.
It starts out so similar. Is absolutely like a quota-oriented character, and like we're not outpacing Deca here, and that's a problem. We could spend this blue item. Okay. Unfortunately, that chain takes forever. This is eating up way too much time. Deca's almost 10 times ahead.
They were on like a crazy combo though, so that was just a matter of the timer counting down.
Like, it started out good, and then once it started going slow, they just started chaining slow with them. Like, no, cut your losses. Cut your losses. Make a big clear. Do something. You are so much further behind. Actually looking that you have a quota counter is a skill.
That's funny.
The ice clear on green's gonna be really good. That's better. But
Oh
really
boy,
makes you wonder.
Emperor.
Yeah, Emperor is the last counter pick. Stop. Does quota only get deducted after the chain resolves?
Yes.
Which means if you keep chaining, even after you technically cleared it, that gives your opponent to swipe in and steal your victory.
which I think is really good game design.
Oh no, I love it. But like, if you're not aware of that, it's one of those things. So like, backseat driving here in comms, like, oh, sweetie, please don't. No, you had it.
I'm dead. Oof. The spires got away from me. What am I doing?
That okay, we got out of the ice jail there for a little bit, but like that was looking
No,
rough.
we're in ice jail right now.
Wow. I don't like how that sounds anymore. I'm gonna have to use that.
Yuck.
So, but like that lockdown is crazy. I don't remember ice patterns being that bad with this character.
No, this character is the same as Death, and Death's ice pattern is like the scariest ice pattern in the game.
Okay, so similar volatility. Got it.
Yeah, Death and Emperor are the two characters who have gone up the tier list.
Huh.
Everyone else is like, okay, yeah, we understand this character now. I popped myself out. The very, very rare self-pile.
Alright.
Okay.
That was a good counter pick, but unfortunately, Masked M is kind of out of those for the rest of the game.
Alright, buddy, you're in my neck of the woods now.
Okay, quota race is tight. So this is, you were saying earlier, like, this character has some built-in dead ends if you're not mindful.
So it's not necessarily that this character has dead ends, it's that the way her pattern hits the garbage, it gets split up into sets of 3. So it's real easy to keep clearing the damage and not be making any progress, because you're just clearing it all really slow.
So, okay, not locked out, but forced into time wasting, essentially.
But yeah.
Okay.
Her pattern is really slow to dig through, even though it's not inherently particularly dangerous. So
This makes you think they were aware that, like, designing some characters as a speedrun race was kind of in the design to begin with.
oh yeah, it almost certain. I mean, given how, like, well they iterated between 1, 2, and 3, and made really solid improvements on the game every time, they definitely knew what they were doing for the first 3 games. Because, like, 2 was almost perfect, and then they added the button to let you pull your own garbage, and the game became a masterpiece. Alright, good games.
Deca taking a 3-1. Sitting on winner sides of grands now.
Okay. Now who's gonna be next? Probably, I think Sheridan and... Probably should be Sheridan and Enbion.
Alright. Also, want to thank our team tonight for a magical drop, because we definitely had to do some real reshuffling the 11th hour. This was not your original lineup. Deca was not streamer for this one. I wasn't supposed to be here, and Chef Nan has been holding it down on Fitboard responsibilities. So
I'm just saying, this has been running a lot smoother in spite of my anxieties. All
Alright, we are off to the races already. Okay. Sheridan establishing the baseline. This is how tall you gotta be to ride.
I think Sheridan's in a interesting position where they're allowed a little bit of surgical slow play.
I mean, if you place your pieces right, so we were talking earlier about APM. If you place your pieces right, the APM you need is a lot lower than you would expect. Or rather, you can get really far with much lower APM than you would expect. Having had the privilege to go to Japan and play some of the Japanese players, their playstyle is way more focused around hitting the pattern at critical spots, and the APM over there is a lot lower, despite the fact that they're still all really strong players.
Like it's almost a bell curve because you
the
start out very
APM?
much like
Yeah.
not even like general strategy. Like I'm just gonna mash as much of a single color as fast as possible. To there's chains and there's like different ways to approach characters and there's like ice damage. And then when you start getting really good again, it wraps back around to I'm just gonna grab as much of a single color and set it off as fast as possible.
You gotta alternate between grabbing as much of a single color as you can and also getting two different colors to clear at the same time. Those are the two big points for optimization.
Alright, we're sitting on a wildcard item for Sheridan.
Oh no, unfortunately the green clearing pushed all of Sheridan's stuff out of alignment. He's got good momentum though in his favor.
I think some of the problem's too strong of a word, but like there's a lot of I'm going to go from all the way of one side of the board to make it clear on the opposite end of the board going on in Enbion's play. And it might just not be like seeing the actual chains yet.
Yeah, I think Enbion is where Sheridan is beating Enbion is the fact that he is able to see like one or two steps ahead. Even if he's not super fast at the moment, he's still always doing something, and that counts for a lot in this game. Just always making the fact that he's always making progress towards his next match is a big deal. Enbyon has the faster movement, but they're stopping to think about the next clear they have to make between maneuvers, and it's costing them the pace of play.
Yeah.
Right. HDK and Digi.
I'm curious to see how this one goes because Digi was
I think,
just has a moment to has a moment to shine here. I didn't know Hot Dog Knight's game.
Yeah, no, I was definitely unfamiliar.
My brain is sadly fried at this point. GG's, it's 4 a.m. here.
Ooh.
My condolences. Thank you for taking the time to be here.
Yeah,
Like, that is awesome.
thank you for coming out to this event. Oh yeah, you're all the way over in like Sweden, aren't you? I think if I saw the flag correctly, yeah, that's many hours ahead.
No, that was amazing. Thank you for pressing buttons with us.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this game too. This is the game that got me into this whole scene, honestly. Puzzle gaming and the online Fightcade scene I found pretty much through this game, so I owe a lot to this one.
Alright. We're a little bit ahead on quota on Hot Dog Night's side. Again, I think this is just a scrap fest. We're not really aiming... Well, as I'm saying that, I'm being proven wrong, but we weren't really going for too much chain pressure here.
Oh, Digi's a little too caught at the top board. Having to dig through the center is costing so much time. He just doesn't have the space to make it out to the sides, and he's having to dump into the sides to, Actually, if you want to learn a little bit more about this game, there is a website for that. You can go to the legendary... Oh, you already got me? Yep. The legendary Bird Up has PlayMagicalDrop.com, which has some cool tips and tutorials. It's got a damage system and an attack calculator explanation, so you can learn all sorts of fun stuff.
You have honest to God ladder tools.
Yeah.
I thought Knight put that one away clean. What's Digi's pick? Are we trying to race, or are we... Okay, we're going for violence.
No, actually, that was Hot Dog Night calling out the EX characters. Oh yes, if you join the Magical Drop Discord, there are save states where you can practice against all of the really good teleporting CPUs and really get a feel for what the damage feels like to roll in and have to fend it off.
Capnana says, gonna be late dinner for me, what should I eat? I'm glad I'm not the only person that recommended hot dogs.
Well, we do seem to have Hot Dog's strongest soldier fighting in our tournament right now. Oh, Digi just getting buried.
Hey, I feel like this is a real coin flip for a counter pick.
Death is a really volatile character. If you find the rhythm, her pattern is like... It's so easy until it isn't. Suddenly you get that one miss hit on the ice, and your board is just like an absolute travesty. You've really got to make sure you're popping the ice early on this character, otherwise you end up with the wonkiest checkerboards and stuff that... Oh, it's just awful. Alright, Digi gonna take that one. The counterpick pays off. Alright, to Moon.
Again, this feels like it has some coin flip energy.
Well, I would say the same thing until HDK had movement on this character.
Right, yeah. Okay, this is my chance to actually watch again. We're a little bit ahead of Digi. it seems like they get this one more. And like, I don't have anything else to call in question. Like, why is this your good matchup?
I mean, sometimes that's just the way it is. Daughter Strength just does not make any sense to me. This one, despite being very good at Magician, this pattern completely evades me as well.
Oh, okay, we're in trouble for Hot Dog Night there. I feel like this character got a little bit of a hit in 6 because it added the warp to the opposite side of the board.
Yeah.
Where
That's
this
definitely
looks brutal.
Yeah, having to scoot all the way to the left and right is really rough on this character. How is World? World is the same as Empress. She's like a benchmark character. If people will bring you to World to check if you know what you're doing.
Well, I feel justified in calling this a coin flip.
Yeah, Digi definitely outperforming my expectations on this one.
It doesn't. Okay, we did the item clone, but we did not manage to steal one up for reserves.
Oh, Digi's so tangled up at the top there. They were not ready for the board to collapse as little as it did.
Like, that one really didn't feel like either of them won definitively. It's just like...
Yeah, it basically just came down to who had the stronger opening start. I like to pick Empress against people that are significantly better than me just to tire them out. Very good strategy, because Empress, getting to quota on Empress is really slow. The matches are just so small. Yeah, Empress and Hanged Man, I think, are pretty comparable in that regard. They both just have the really, really small ball, really slow race to quota.
Have we seen a Hangman?
We have not seen a Hangman yet tonight. As much as he is my guy, I don't actually play him that often because I'm not particularly good at his pattern either.
Okay, we're fumbling a little bit on Digi's side. Center well digging is really not worth it given how tangled 1-2 like. This is a 7-wide board?
Yeah, it's a 7-wide.
Okay, I'm not...
3 and 5 are the two wells. So the trick for this pattern is, in fact, you want to throw the orb that is at the bottom of the well into the well. And you want to alternate sides when you do it. And that will keep the center spire down, and it'll chip away at the edges, and the very outer edges you're pulling your colors from. So it kind of like collapses the board inwards. But Daughter Strength's pattern is like tall. So it's actually really hard to keep track of what piece is down in the bottom of the well. And if you throw the wrong piece down there, you start to run into color conflicts where you don't have enough stuff on top to get stuff out of the well, and there's no room to pull something out of the well to keep going. All right. Got losers fine, or no, losers semis now. Losers semis. Some breakout performances.
Yeah.
The winner's side of top 8 went pretty close to as expected, but losers semis 10th seed, making it all the way to a top 8, getting 5th. Pretty good run. One, two. Who's third seed? Oh, Rock DQ'd. That's where they went. Okay. I think they had I managed to find some of their matches on their replays and take a peek, and they seemed pretty strong.
I also want to shout out a $5 donation from Dr. Talk.
Oh,
We're raising
thank you.
money for Trans Lifeline, and really good progress, and we're not even halfway into this whole event. So please keep it up. We're going to crush this goal. It's for a good cause, and honestly, I feel like double is too arrogant, but we have so much time. It can happen.
There's a plus R bracket, right?
Is there?
I think there is. Oh, maybe there's just an Exard bracket. I know when the plus R guys come out for charity events, they go crazy.
God bless. I'll take a look. You keep your eyes peeled on this.
Alright, this is going to be a close match. HDK definitely showing their no slouch, but Sheridan, long-time veteran here. Been in the scene at least as long as I have.
Yeah, you're right. Ooh. Mystery wrapping up the entire... Honestly, solid lineup.
Yeah, I forget what event it was, but I helped Kyo for a Plus R Discord charity event, and they raised like $3,000 over the course of the one bracket, which was crazy. Alright, real back and forth here. HDK just turned on the Jets that round.
I feel like Hot Dog Night has been the real... Okay, funny all clear. Shame that doesn't really help much.
Yeah, actually...
HGK is like the real X Factor tonight.
Definitely our breakout performer. I knew they were familiar with puzzle games, and I expected them to do pretty well. But they've definitely... making me sweat as much as they did. They are significantly better than I gave them credit for. Alright, so here we go. If you look over at Pterodactyl's side of the board, you can see the disco tech. Where he simply just has to pop a disco orb, wait for everything to resolve, let a little bit of damage come in, pop a disco orb, wait for everything to resolve. Meanwhile, HDK, not doing that, has to, like, sweat over this pattern, which is, all things considered, pretty difficult. Fortune isn't a boss character for nothing.
Yeah, but this is one of those, like, unfortunately, you're failing the knowledge check here.
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why this character has fallen a little bit out of favor, is just because between the disco orbs and the really volatile nature of her pattern, with how much clear ice it has, the people who want to push really high in brackets kind of stray away, and they stick with characters that really reward fundamentals, like Hermit and Empress and World. But if you run into somebody who's got that dog in them, and they want to go for the secret characters. Uh-oh. We're hunting. We're hunting for the button press.
Wait, are we doing Father Strength?
No, we're
Do you know
looking.
Father Strength?
We're looking for. Oh yeah, we are. Okay. The guns are coming out.
Oh, this is the absolute. We're just saying fuck it and going. Closing this.
I really like Pterodactyls just sitting there waiting.
Yeah.
Understands that he's not gaining anything by trying to do more chains. Just have the board prepared to do a lot of defensive matches. You know any 2 chains you make are basically lethal right off the bat.
Like, Hot Dog Night taking Sheridan to some real just like
The slobber knocker
WMDs.
characters. The WMDs.
And Sheridan just knows how to kind of like casually sidestep the worst of it.
That being said, Pterodactyl's playing really well. Doing a great job managing the incoming colors. Alright.
It's really good stuff.
Good run from Hot Dog Night, but it will end there as Sheridan moves on. Alright, losers finals.
Gosh, we're there already.
Alright, yep. Alright, this is a rematch. We went to game 5 last time, so this is another coin flip.
All right, the masked M98 returns.
Bacana. Pardon me for a
Hope you're ready
second.
for more Magician.
I don't know what I did, but my Fightcade, or not my Fightcade, my challenge is in Arabic now.
You have some very interesting tech problems, man.
I don't know what I did, but it's messed up. I gotta screenshot this. It's just so funny.
All right, since we're taking a minute to get back into match, I'm gonna do our plugs for the time being. Again, check out Tiltify. Oh, match is starting.
There we go.
If you enjoyed what you've seen, we have a lot of resources to understand Match Will Drop better. And let's get right back into it. So,
Oh, bit of a misdrop there for a split second.
I think the benefit for Masked M in this is that he's not taking Pterodactyls to matchups where Sheridan can kind of surgically deconstruct them.
Yeah.
And it might just be on merit of like, oh, we're just picking Quota Race and arguably some like real single player feeling characters, but hey, that gives you the edge.
It's like it's the honest fundies approach to puzzle games. Oh no, Masked M saw some opportunity to go for a backline match, but unfortunately it left their next match and their chain split.
Okay. Mass M's board's getting a little wrecked. We have
Yeah,
a hard checkerboard there.
This is a classic case of the magician midboard. Once you get trapped there, it's rough. Alright, Judgment.
Okay.
Pretty consistent character picks for Masked M.
Alright.
Alright,
Yeah, this is kind of
they have a
where
good
Mass
grasp
M
on
is
this
thriving.
character. Yeah, they're doing a great job finding the pattern.
Pulling ahead like 30 plus is pretty significant given how late we are in the bracket. We're losing steam a little bit, but
Yeah.
that does not matter.
This is a really interesting character because playing optimally, you send damage that baits your opponent into sending you more good damage.
I mean,
And
it's ultimately a game of chicken.
Yeah, this is a character where you really have to be cognizant of the matches you're making, and you have to like the shock collar has to come out. If you're making 2 chains on this character, you are stabbing yourself in the foot.
Okay.
Oh, wait, great wait for Masked MM, waiting for the straight lines to come in, and getting the quota in a nice 2 clear.
Actually going pretty fantastically smooth with his counter pick currently. Which, it's why you have to lab and get consistent with Magician, because sometimes the difference of having one of your good characters in your back pocket for like round start is so big. And then you just have the best of both worlds if you're fundamentally good at Magician.
Yeah, if you've got Magician on lock, you definitely have a leg up, since he's the neutral start. We've considered implementing, like, stage striking to start. Like, pick 5 characters that you can pick between. Maybe mix things up a little bit.
I think that's really
But
down to it.
that
The community wants that.
I think it's more of a logistical issue.
Yeah, because
There's a lot of language barrier that
There's that.
we can just smooth over by just sending challenges. But if you had to strike through characters and it was the first time we were doing it, it would be real awkward.
It's just a mouthful of a process for when you might otherwise want to just directly get into game.
Yep. Alright, both players doing a really good job staying alive. Not much damage rolling in either way, though.
Like, if
Okay.
Mass M can invalidate Daughter's Strength as Pterodactyl's consistent counter pick here.
Yeah, that would be big.
Oh, okay, never mind. Everything's scary, I hate it.
Alright, we got that quota. But reaching quota on Daughter's Strength is certainly something.
We have the item on deck.
Okay, gonna save it for as long as they can.
That did not get as much action out of that item that I thought we were going to
Oh, but it looks like it was enough. As we get late into the bracket, the commentary gets harder and harder.
Well, there's a certain point
Just
where,
because
like,
it starts
the play
moving
is
so fast.
fast.
Yeah.
You're just watching fireworks, and a play-by-play is going to be a mush mouth of words that you have to go into the broader strokes and like, okay, what are they hoping to metagame by their broader decisions that are not just raw execution? And Sheridan
Ooh.
seems
Oh,
to
wow.
want to... Okay.
Wow. Okay, that is a paradigm shift
Yeah.
right there. Oh, we're going
We're just
back.
doing it again. Like,
Sheridan
no.
making it the quota on Daughter Strength. Sheridan knows that he can win on this character, so
Like, he is trying to turn up the heat on damage, which is a very, very appropriate way to use this character. But
oh,
that's
it just got tangled up at top board. The wrong piece on top of the wrong color. Having to shuffle everything around. Just did not have the time.
it's just Mass M already kind of proved that, like, he can take it. So I guess doubling down is a valid way to go about it, but I don't know if maybe having gone to like a slightly off pick but still like very damage heavy character might not have been the play. We'll see. Because we got a point during that whole diatribe that I just said. Anything can happen.
If you want to go for the dopiest looking characters, Fool Lovers, and Devil are definitely the trio.
What a team composition.
I mean, Fool.
Okay.
If you're good at Fool, you're gonna be good at Devil, and then Lovers is the same color pattern, so it's like it's halfway there at least.
Okay. Sheridan holding on to red item. I think that was the right. Okay, never mind.
Okay, and we're going to game 5 again.
Completely back.
Oh, you can't pick that. You already won there.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to make a ruling on that one.
We're gonna have to, oh, we can't F3, can we? They're gonna have to, rematch.
Oh no, everyone's still staying in C rank.
Yeah, exactly.
That's usually how we handle this. Let me double check that that actually made it to the challenge rules.
Okay, they're not gonna... They're just gonna keep playing in the same window.
Yep, we still have the you cannot choose a character you already won as in character selection. I had such anxiety, like, did we just autopilot over that one?
Yeah, okay, they're back in. I just look for the goofballs, that's why I play Yan and Twinkle Star. Alright, okay, we're going to Star. Another quintessential low tier. Star, Sun, Chariot, Justice, all basically have the same pattern. And the name of the game is hitting the side of the spire with yellow. That's what you're gonna get the most mileage out of. Both these players should know this well, because these characters are very common. Oh,
okay.
No, don't cheat too much! Okay.
That was a matter of frames.
Yeah, they were both there. They both had the... Sheridan actually with one more chain link than he needed, giving us a little bit of a heart attack there.
I'm always anxious.
The tricky thing about this pattern is when damage is not rolling in, what do? Because it's obvious that
Please stall.
it's really obvious what you're supposed to do when the damage is rolling in, because you just hit the side of the pattern with the yellows. But if the damage is not coming in, it gets real tricky to keep your momentum going. Ooh. Okay. Matt and Stem having to do a little bit of reorganizing over there, costing a lot of time. Ooh, but a big misdrop from Sheridan. Okay, gonna be able to beat out the Spire and dig down. And is still significantly ahead on quota. But the amount of material left on board is running thin, so it's gonna come down to the wire. Because that's not quite 7.
Oh
No, the match wasn't 7, it was only 6, I'm pretty sure.
No, they both got over it, but they both chained past it. Matt just resolved slightly faster.
Oh, that's rough. I could have sworn that Sheridan needed one more orb, but I don't know. I can't count.
Sheridan needed like a 7, and they got.
Oh, was the match a 7?
Yeah, they were both like single digit, like high single digits. It really was who resolved first, and they both chained, unfortunately. Also, yeah, like this is knowing when to pump the brakes is understatedly hard.
Yeah, you are you've got to focus pretty hard to get moving in this game. So you rarely have time to like take a breather and look at the middle of the screen to check your numbers. Oh, this ice pattern is getting a little spooky. But if... Oh, no! Okay, there's no damage on deck, though. Oh, man. Mast M pulling slightly ahead here. But Sheridan with some big matches.
Oh, you're at the 4 count.
But it's enough!
Find it.
The top out at the end of the game. So close, with only 4 orbs left to go.
You know, this was the grands that I foresaw, but good God, was that not free?
Ooh. Yeah, that was a game 5, round 5, final match. All right, and we now have grand finals. I'll give you a second to hop in.
Yeah.
All right, I see an eyeball, so it's time.
So again, you've been enjoying what you see here. Please help us raise money for Trans Lifeline. Our block here is almost done, so anything helps. Alright, getting into the thick of it. This is a matchup that Deca is intimately familiar with. I think Sheridan is honestly the closest you have to like a rival on a sheer executional level.
Oh yeah, I was talking about it earlier. We're like probably 55-45-ish in terms of win rate, maybe slightly in my favor. But on any given day, it can go either way. As you just saw, I lost the first game, or the first round. No, it got pushed out of alignment.
Oh, I see. That's tragic.
I missed my column. I didn't pick up the orb that I needed.
Pterodactyl's tempo is also on fire. Like,
yeah, he's coming off the hot losers round, so.
not showing it in quota right now, but deck is still ahead on that front.
Yeah, but not by much. Oh, I missed.
Okay, you need to stop missing, man.
The old cursed column effect.
Alright. Trying to pull it back. There's still room to reverse 3-0 on rounds, but that's also a huge ask.
Yeah, it's not a position I want to put myself in willingly, that's for sure.
All you need is for your nose to itch once, then like you just completely fall off.
Maybe not advisable to go for the all clear.
Generally not, but it does give a bit of dopamine.
Especially if I was only one orb away from quota. My math was
Pretty solid.
close, but not quite there.
Alright, Deca consistently pulls a little bit ahead at each round start, but he's been holding on to advantage incredibly well. Even with all of these very self-announced trips and misinputs we're making, he's still got the sauce. Still pulling ahead a little around 15-20 range. Has more resources on board than Pterodactyls, which means that it doesn't have to waste time pulling in more resources. Losing the plot a little bit. Hopefully not a lot of it.
Oh, whew. Okay. Oh, my wrists were given out there.
Okay, we actually did pull the reverse 3-0 on our first
Oh boy.
set there.
Right off the daughter strength. This is not enviable.
It's like, oh, your wrists having a problem there. That'd be unfortunate if you had to deal with this.
Oh.
Okay.
No! I didn't need to pick that up and put it down in the same column.
Okay. Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
But yeah, like taking.
Speaking of scratching your nose, I just pulled my headphones.
Oh, buddy. Like Deca is in a position where he could, even if that's not what you want to do, you're allowed to tank one of your opponent's counter picks. Like it's Not nothing, but it does take some of the bite out of it.
Yeah, winning Magician does take a lot of pressure off.
Okay, we're not pulling up full board. We're saving the rainbow for a rainy day. Whereas Sheridan did not do that. I don't blame Deca. I kind of would too, but I'm also very anxious on how he's going to disassemble right wall. Answer is just fine, apparently. We're stalling by extending the chain. A little bit lost, but winning by pressure again. I do get the feeling where you don't want to experiment, because like if you lose on your own counter pick, it's hard not to feel like you're a bit of shambles. Deca, okay, a little scared there.
I'm dead. I lost my I pulled something out of the hat and then I had to reach back in there and it was empty the second time.
Nah, that's unfortunate. You're flying by the seat of your pants there, and like you're still doing stuff, but you can just see when you're out of gas in the tank there.
Oh, that didn't go the way I had hoped. Yeah. I was a tiny bit late on that, tiny bit late on one of my clears, and it cost me. Let's go to Justice.
Alright. We're appealing to quota race after that entire scrap fest. Zeka, you're scaring me.
It's Justice.
You're right. This is coming from the I can understand this game, but Lord, am I bad at it.
Oh, damn, he got me. I got a little too tangled up the top board. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just taking this start so poorly.
I can kind of see what you mean now.
Oh, wow, okay. That's probably gonna cost me the game right there.
Ooh. Yeah,
Hitting-
that's...
That ice match was so bad.
You're still surprisingly not that far behind on quota, but we're getting a little bit more in the weeds here. I don't think you're pulling this back on tempo-wise.
I'm so mad.
Again, matter of frames, you both have the clear, but you're on the beginning of it and he was on the resolved end. Yeah, like, there is something about this game having a functional photo finish mechanic. And it's like, from a viewer perspective, oh man,
Oh, wow.
it's the most in the world. But like,
That's
when
not
you were on
good.
the receiving end, oh,
Ugh. Well, back to lovers.
You're looking pretty evenly matched here. A lot of small clears. We're going to take big red left option on Dekka's side.
Oh, I had that blue in the way. Oof.
Okay.
Oh, I pressed the button and nothing happened.
Yeah, this feels a little more brutal for a quota character than I remembered. I get what you mean. We have yellow item in bottom left corner for Dekka that he could use to get out of jail here. He's behind in quota, but this might leapfrog him forward. We need one good clear, and that should do it. I can feel the tension as I have become alone in the commentary booth.
Yeah, I'm sweating right now for sure.
Nah, man, I get it. Like, it really is down to the one wrong decision will take it all away at this point. Speaking of which, Pterodactyls is threatening bracket reset. We have one more point for him to go before he gets to just be like, nah, dog, we're doing this all over again.
Wow, that did not collapse at all.
No, it did not.
I was expecting maybe a little bit of action there.
Okay. Dekka does not want to reset the bracket. Not yet, at least. Hey. Yeah, the staircase that Dekka can counter down here. Pterodactyls. Oh, they're both a little bit complicated on the way down. Being able to hold on to a consistent 10 quota lead might be what gives Dekka an edge here. If we're lucky. Pterodactyls let Frog ahead. Okay. This just feels like a tennis volley. And I can't count, so who knows what's gonna happen.
Oh, that cascade almost. That was one too many. I didn't want that to happen.
The extended
boy.
almost screwed Dekka over there, but we are now at 2-2.
Oh, is he gonna break my wrists on Empress? Oh, this guy.
Once you tired.
Oh, I did it again.
Also, can we talk about, like, the rotoscoped hand in her default animation? It's both cool, but it looks a little uncanny. Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, this is kind of the sleeper I really want to reset the bracket counter pick. Because after the first couple there, you could absolutely catch someone off kilter. Having to readapt just for one matchup in particular, like, with a very, very otherwise non-conventional gimmick. Well, Dekka holding on pretty good.
I'm just gonna have to spend it. It's in a bad spot.
Yeah, not much you can do with the blue there.
Normally, I'd like to save it on this character, but
It's not like the most impressive damage character, but you have to be mindful, and you're gonna have to make some concessions.
oh, I missed my column.
Yep, you overshot there.
Oh god.
Oh, I do see the Luigi in chat. Hopefully you don't have to deal with that. We're spending blue at round start again. Both players' side. I kind of like where Deca's at a bit more. A bit higher in quota, didn't spend as much time on chains. The ice spend, maybe not as great, but... okay, getting out of here is gonna be rough.
Probably dead, yeah. Oh, I lost
Right.
the plot.
We're not at bracket reset yet, but it's looking scary. Oh, we held on to the blue a little bit longer than I was assuming, but that does allow Deca to pull up the board to the top and get as much mileage out of it as possible. We're gonna Deca sees one of the blues is frozen, we address it properly. We're a little ahead in quota. Sheridan's right side's a little scary, but that's a free down sack. No one's threatened from pressure anymore, which means that we're just sprinting to the finish line here. Deca with a bit of a lead. Okay. He was going to win by quota anyway, but he also wins by pressure. Which means we're at final Luigi.
Oh, what is this? Ward state. Oh my god, it's awful.
What a character to round 5 on. Okay. I can't really disagree with any of how Deca's handling this. That's pretty slick.
No, I grabbed the wrong piece!
Well, that sounds like bracket reset, folks. You get some more game.
Alright.
Let's do it again. Also got a $5 donation from Enbyon. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Breathe.
Take a
Oh
sip
no,
of
you
water.
went right back into it. I could chop off my drink too. Oh, you guys really went right back into it. Okay. So, the biggest thing, if Deca's gonna make this work, is he needs to re-establish the Magician advantage. You know, I respect the, like, yeah, let's take a breather. No. There is... Even seconds can really make you lose your momentum in this game. I get why they went straight back into it. Deca just needs to keep mashing. That being said, I don't know if Pterodactyls is ready to go through the same exact rodeo again as well. We're still making some solid plays, but this is not as snappy as his Grand's round start. And Deca's starting to push that quota advantage from like 15 ahead to more like 20 to 30.
Well, I was just about to run into the really bad part of the pattern, too.
Alright. Pterodactyl's opting to just take chaining out of the equation almost entirely. We're doing power clears, we're doing massive singles, and hopefully making it through a lot of this without really needing to interrupt your own single-player route, basically.
Oh no. Oh, that's enough. Ooh.
Okay. Deca is showing a little bit of an edge on knowing when to pump the brakes for a quota victory. Oh, we're doing this again. I feel like we're gonna have a hard repeat of our picks and counter picks here. But bracket reset is technically a different match, so all the options are back on the table again. I do not like how this is set up.
Oh, I grabbed a bunch of the wrong pieces.
Ah, boy.
Oh. We do not get much leeway in this matchup. Too bad. God damn it. I just took that completely wrong.
Oh, yep. We're starting to have a few more spires on Pterodactyl's side. But all things considered, he seems to be managing his damage. Can't get the sentence out, never mind. High APM puzzle games are a commentator's curse. Boom. Every
Oh,
time
man.
you got the right
That
read.
ice
Oh,
came in at the worst possible time.
That's... How do you deal with that?
Nah. You pop your colors at better time. Okay, we're gonna go to lovers again.
Okay, we're going for a longer pull chain here on Deca's side. Okay. You know, ostensibly quota character, I feel like we've seen a lot of KOs on here.
Her pattern's kind of wacky.
Yeah.
Oh, what
Also,
is
these
this?
these are not hard definitions. They're just trends that we've seen after however long. Kieran getting red item, pulling all the way up, and that might leapfrog him far in front of Deca. Sheridan's follow-ups are also pretty strong.
Yeah, I got stuck in the weeds that round. He found a power up that I didn't.
I think Deca's just sending it a little bit more, and that's paving a relatively free path down for Pterodactyls. That solid line of ice might break things up in an awkward way that allow Deca to pull back ahead, but it's really hard to say at this point. Okay. Very surgical quota round there.
Not intentionally, that's for sure.
And
I just was in a really bad...
I wasn't gonna inspect your PhD too closely. Also, I know that's not even the right, right degree or doctorate, but I don't know. I don't play Dr. Mario, man. Okay, yellow item not really gonna affect Deca all that much. And taking that game off of pressure. Okay. So Deca
I'm
threatening the
back on
tournament.
Empress.
Hey, you guys are setting your ways.
Well, it worked last time. I don't know why he changed.
Fair enough. Maybe you remember your anime protagonist Credo. Remember what you're fighting for. Things will be different this time. We have 2 bespoke rainbows on Deca's side, and we snatched the other one, so that could actually be game-changing if you got anything other than blue, but hey, we take what we can get. Probably better to not drop the actual tempo of the game long-term.
Oh,
Oh boy, I see it. Oh, and the blues are
No.
the way. And we take the wrong blue clear.
oh, it was going! It was in transit! Oh, I picked up too many wrong orbs.
Yeah, there were some serious stumbles there. I'm a little worried about Sheridan's left side of board there. We're starting to work down, but ice pressure is going to be a lot. Deca's board is flattening out, which means he's going to have to search harder for his options. We're pivoting well enough. Deca with about, well, now a 7 quota lead instead of a 20, but even the small lead counts. Wow!
No!
Died there.
Oh, I didn't put down a piece!
Okay, died there. Definitely getting a lot of mileage on that start. We're about 20 ahead. I need to start addressing the left side of, or right side of his board. Sheridan looking pretty flat. I don't know if that's good or bad for his board state right now. He's still managing offense.
Oh, where do I go? Ugh.
Well, you know who you haven't played tonight?
I could do Death.
We haven't seen Hangman.
We haven't seen Hanged Man, but
I respect whatever you choose.
let's go Judgment.
Okay.
Empress sounds like she's saying Dragon Ball Z.
Man, is she not?
Really is a Spanish game.
Alright. One last toot for the road. I don't like that result for Deca's side. We have an item on deck for Pterodactyls. It's unfortunately of his most, or like his least common color, so he's still ahead.
Damn, I got robbed. I didn't want the power orb there.
Ah, boy. Board's looking relatively safe for both players. We're gonna need to reshuffle for Deca a little bit, because all the free giant options are now basically out of play. But he is almost, you know, half the quota that Pterodactyls did this round. That was convincing. Good item spend. Wow, okay. Garen with a solid lead on quota. Which, anything in double digits basically is a massive lead between these two. Deca's gonna have to do a lot of work here. It's not unsalvageable, but I'm not a fan. Catching the greens, we're leaving ahead of
God.
Not at all.
Nope, looks like this was not the pick.
Well, game's not over yet.
Oh, annoying.
Um,
Whoa, whoa! Oh, we didn't put it down! Damn.
okay, alright.
Ah, I pressed the button and he just sat there.
Hate to see
Oh
it.
well.
But with that, Pterodactyls is your Under the Counter 2 Magical Drop 3 champion.
Alright.
Thank you all for coming out tonight. I hope you had a lot of fun. We did a lot of learning and going over the broad strokes of competitive Magical Drop. Last call before we go ahead and raid the other tournament for the closer tonight. Please donate to our cause. We're raising money for Trans Lifeline. Gonna see one last time if we've had any updates since I last checked. Got
2768.89. So someone has ruined the fun.
we got a $4.20 from Avalock, which thank you, but I do miss the time. At least it's like an equivalent joke. But that one's not like as readily on display. Still, I think we're so close to crushing this goal, not even halfway through. So, go ahead if you can. Please give to that. If you liked what you saw here tonight, there's definitely
There is a lot more
resources for that. I posted the charity link twice, I think. There's also playmagicaldrop.com. And you know, if you want to see more of this, we run our own Wednesdays, as well as Puzzle Wednesday is going to be repping another game of the block. You're going to see another part of the Puzzle Wednesday team on Friday for Puzzle Bobble 4, which is ironically another real Deca pick. You kind of made
They really just baited me out here, didn't they? They were like, how do we guarantee that we have one guy to run our puzzle games? Oh, we'll just pick the games Deca can't refuse.
Nothing wrong with that. It's for the right reasons. And we are going to go ahead and hand you off to Sylvie Horse streaming Murphite. That's, I believe, about an hour underway. Let me go ahead and find them to raid. All right. And catch you guys on Friday.
Right? See you guys next time.